Step 3, attach the wheels.
So before we get started, safety first. Make sure you got your gear. That's goggles, because you want to make sure your eyes are protected. Apron, to make sure your clothes are protected. And then gloves, to make sure your hands are protected. Sometimes we might take the gloves off every now and then, depending on what we're doing, but it's good practice to wear them. So now let's look at the tools and the parts.
Tools. A skate wrench. Skate oil. Parts. Trucks. Trucks come in a set of 4. Usually they'll come with a skate plate, but sometimes they might not. You can buy trucks separately. A truck contains a collection of components, such as the truck in and of itself, which has the axle, and then nuts on either end of the axle. And then it has a inset flat surface where these shock absorbers get placed. And the shock absorbers have these end caps that detach, but you want to make sure they're all connected and sandwiched together just like that. And then when it gets put onto the skate plate, you have one final nut here that holds it all together just like that. Wheels. Now, there are 2 kinds of wheels: indoor wheels and outdoor wheels. When you buy wheels, they both come in sets of 8. 4 wheels for your left skate and 4 wheels for your right skate. So we have these indoor wheels, 8 of them here, got 4 here, and then 4 more mounted to the boot. Then we have 8 outdoor wheels. The difference between an indoor wheel and an outdoor wheel is that an indoor wheel is much harder than an outdoor wheel to allow for it to slide across a very smooth skating rink, indoor skating rink, a very smooth surface. So it can go from left to right, allowing a skater to perform all kinds of interesting moves that aren't just going back and forth. Now, that's really cool when you're indoors, but when you're outdoors, because this wheel is so much harder, it makes for a rougher ride, and the wheel can get damaged because of outdoor conditions. That's where the outdoor wheel comes into play. The outdoor wheel has a much softer material that it's made out of, and the outdoor wheel allows for it to grip the surface that it's rolling on, which prevents a harsh ride. So it makes a smoother ride. It also knocks debris and pebble and water out the way. And this wheel in particular is called a shark wheel and has some extra grooves inside of it to make a ride even smoother. Not all outdoor wheels have these extra grooves, but outdoor wheels are much softer than indoor wheels. So there are a lot of options that are out there, and these are the ones that I just happen to go for. So, also an outdoor wheel, because it grips, it cannot slide from left to right as easy as this indoor wheel can. Outdoor wheels are also called hybrid wheels, and they can be used indoors and outdoors. It's just when you're indoors, again, you don't have the ability to slide left and right like you do with the specially designed indoor wheels. So they're not better or worse, they're just different. Bearings. Bearings, when you order a pack of bearings, they come in an amount of 16 bearings. And that means you have 8 that go on the left of the skate, or the left skate, and 8 for the right skate. Each wheel takes 2 bearings. So you put a bearing on the inner side, the inner part of the wheel, the outer part of the wheel and the inner part of the wheel. Toe stops. Now, toe stops are what you use in order to stop very easily when you're roller skating. But the thing is with toe stops is that while you have a trade-off, you can stop easier, but it limits your range of motion. So there are certain moves that you just cannot perform. In order to perform those moves, you have to replace your toe stops with jam plugs. So now jam plugs, if you want to have a more free range of motion, you want to use these jam plugs. The trade-off is that you have to know how to stop using your skates and not necessarily the toe stoppers. If you're not sure how to stop without toe stoppers, then you want to go with toe stoppers.
In this step, we're going to take our skate boot, of which we have attached to it the skate plate, and we're going to connect the wheels. So in order to connect the wheels, what we have to do is attach the trucks to either of these spokes here. So in order to do that, we're going to grab a truck, and now remember, you should have 4 trucks, 2 for each skate. Right now we're just using 1 skate, therefore we're going to only use 2 trucks. So we're going to grab a truck here, and the truck has a series of components. It has these 2 rubber pieces that create a shock absorber that you see there, and then they also have end caps attached to them that can come off. And so you kind of want to make sure you don't lose any of this. You keep it all together, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna sandwich them together just like that. And you wanna turn it so that the arm here that sticks out can go into this hole at the back of the skate plate. Now, before you put this arm here into the hole of the skate plate, you wanna grab your skate oil and then take the top off the skate oil like so, and then you're gonna wanna dab it. You don't go overboard with this. You just need just a speck. You need just a speck to go in to the hole here. Boom, dropped it in. And then now we're going to attach the truck. So you slide the truck into the spoke here. This main large screw. And then now we take one of these nuts and then we put the nut in there. And then we can take our skate wrench and then utilize the socket that fits this particular nut and tighten that up. It's really that simple. And then we'll repeat the same process for the front truck. So now we're gonna get ready for the wheels. Now let's put this skate boot to the side right quick. And then we're gonna get our wheels prepared. So we need to grab our wheels and put the bearings on the wheels. So we got 2 kinds of wheels here that we can choose from. We have an indoor wheel and an outdoor wheel. And an indoor wheel is great for sliding on indoor rinks because smooth hard surfaces allow this wheel to move perpendicularly, not just back and forward, but from side to side, which allows us to do all different kinds of interesting moves. But the thing is that indoor wheels are a bit challenging to use outdoors because outdoor surface is not smooth, it's rough, and the terrain is very uneven. So it makes for a harder ride, and it can damage the wheels and take away the life of the wheels. So that's why we have outdoor wheels. And outdoor wheels allow for a smoother ride when we're outdoors. And so because it's a softer material, so it grips the ground a lot easier than indoor wheels does. And it also knocks away debris and water and different kinds of unpredictable elements. The downside to these wheels, though, is that outdoor wheels do not, they can't slide from side to side or left to right very easily, if at all. And so it's great for having a smooth ride when you're going back and forward. But if you want to pull off certain kinds of moves where you slide from left to right, that's where you want the indoor wheel to come in, and you want to do that stuff indoors. And so, for the most part. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to first put bearings inside the indoor wheel so you can see what it looks like, and then we're going to actually mount the outdoor wheels. And remember, we have one boot, so we're only going to do 4 outdoor wheels. But for now, let's do this indoor wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a bearing here, right? And we're going to place it in. So, and the bearing allows for the wheel to spin frictionlessly. So we have this bearing here, and we're going to place it inside the wheel. And we can then take our skate wrench, and then we use this little key here that allows for us to push in the bearing inside the wheel to make sure it's secure. So now you see that's way in there. So let's turn this around. We're going to take another bearing, and then we're going to put the bearing, we're going to put the bearing in the back of the wheel, push it in, it's snapped in, but just in case, we just push a little bit more with the key here, and then now we have our bearings in the indoor wheel. So that's what an indoor wheel looks like with the bearings there. So now let's see what it looks like with outdoor wheels. So now this is a specific fancy kind of outdoor wheel. Outdoor wheels can, they don't have to have these kinds of insets and grooves. I can show you, this is an outdoor wheel as well. All right, and this is a Sure Grip Motion 6, I think, wheel. Anyway, it's a Sure Grip Motion outdoor wheel, and it's a softer material than the indoor wheels. And you can see after skating for about a year, the condition that the skate is in. So it's holding up, but it's definitely, you can see a lot of the nicks and all of that. That's from a lot of skating outside. But I also skate indoors with these as well. So I skate inside, but I just want to show you, like, outdoor wheels can vary in what they look like, but the common denominator is that they are softer than indoor wheels. So let's place the bearings inside of 4 of these outdoor wheels. So we're going to take this bearing here, place it in, snap it in there, grab the key here, push it in, just make sure it's in there, and it is. So now we're going to do the back. All right, that's in there. So that's what that looks like. So let's do the other 3. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. So now we have all four here for the skate plate in the trucks. So we're gonna attach these now. And attaching is super easy. So we're gonna remove the nut from the truck because each truck has nuts on either side. And before we put our wheel onto the truck, we're gonna gonna grab our skate oil, put just a little bit of oil on the axle, like that. Then we're gonna put a little bit of oil, just a tad, on the inner portion of each bearing. Just like that. Make sure that's in there. Just got some. Okay, now we put this on. Like that. Then take the nut here, put the nut back on. So let's run through all three of these, the other three, and then we're going to use the wrench. Actually, I'll just use the wrench now, just to show you. Okay, so now let's run through the other three. Okay, so these are mounted here. Look at that. But here's the thing, there's one more part here, is that we want to make sure that these wheels all kind of spin evenly, fairly evenly. We want to make sure that they're properly calibrated, so to speak. So what we want to do is we're going to take our skate wrench, have that available, and then we're just going to roll the wheels and see which ones, what stops before what, which one stops before which. Okay, this is keeping going. This keeps going, so we're gonna take this, I'm gonna tighten this up. So, matter of fact, I'll probably just tighten all of these a little bit so it doesn't shift as much. Tighten that up. Spin that, let's see. That one's still going. Stop that. Tighten it up. Okay. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's much better. So now let's do this side. It's kind of loose, so we're going to tighten this further. Hold on. Okay, perfect. All right. So these are all tuned. So there you go. Very cool. So there's one more part, and we're gonna put in our toe stop first. And this is what it looks like with a toe stop in. Like that. And then screw that in tighter. So that's that. So if you don't want a toe stop and you want a jam plug, then we take the toe stop out. All right. And then we're gonna put in the jam plug. There you go. Just like that. So it's less of a profile. So cool.